And here we are off to the finals with sadly no fourth cup of coffee. It's all gone. I drank it all. This looks like a curve I can get behind, so let's keep it. Thrabbit Inspector's been so good. Oh, you got a one drop? Cool. I do too. You can't stop the drop. Oh, what's up? You got some werewolves too? I got some werewolves. Now, there's an argument to not play this because deadweight just kind of us. And I think that makes me want to run out Jenny Loggins first. Like, the upside's a little higher if he flips his werewolf, but this can still trade with that. Like, he may be going for flip, draw the thing with the stuff in the place, and we can just attack and play a Dauntless Cathar. Then we could potentially double block his guy, etc., etc. Ooh, double sensor. I think we have a plan here. And it's probably play a sensor, equip it to the Cathar, and start attacking. Or maybe play multiple sensors. Once we got that going, we can kind of just derp around drawing cards. Thunder. Horse. Like, equipping it is +2/+1. So we'd have a 5/3 blocker that dies into stuff. We could also just make this a 3/3 and be happy enough. But I think I like the idea of play, equip, pass, and then next turn kind of do the same thing. Or we can just start sending these in, trade it for one of their things, re-equip it here, make all our dudes a threat. We've got plays for days, as they say. It's also an interesting way to protect the Duskwatch Recruiter if we want to do that next turn. Right, so they've got the Silver Fur, Merciless Resolve, which I don't like, Bainbridge Patrol, which again I think is basically just a worse version of this. But Silver Fur Partisan's fine. So the question is, my friend, do you want to trade one of your cards for this? Because if you do, I'm down. You do. Okay. You can get your token. So do I want to play Duskwatch Recruiter and equip it? Like, they're going to make us want to block here. I definitely want this in play. And I think I want Throbby to be my blocker of choice. Because our plan's all about going big. If they're cracking a clue, it's probably a good thing for us. Because we've still got play True Faith, Sensor, equip, and start attacking with like a 5/4. That's on our one drop. And we've still got a spirit hanging out in the graveyard. What's up? She is indeed dauntless. I mean, imagine they've got some delirium payoff. This is enough of one. And we don't really have a fantastic way to deal with it. Like, shades are real threats eventually. But I think we're going for flip the things with the stuff. Thunder. Horse. Like, the whole point of Thraby was to block stuff. Like, this looks like either a bluff attack or I've got a combat trick. So rather than feed them a creature, I'd kind of just rather let them hit me for 2. Because they're going to want to use the combat trick on blocks, not there. Yeah. If they're using a combat trick to kill a Thraben Inspector, who cares? There's plenty more where that came from. Some people on Moto will also go through elaborate bluffs to make you think they've got something when they don't. And this could all be part of that. What can I say? People play strangely. I could activate this, but there's we've got enough stuff to do with our mana that I don't really feel like I need to, especially with Tenacity. Like, that's a lot of city. Could we not just attack with the team here? And perhaps get Tenacity going? I kind of think we might could. Or maybe we just make the obvious attacks with these two. Like, our opponent has a combat trick. They're probably going to cast it. What's most likely? +2/+2 is probably most likely. I don't think I want to trade off my Duskwatch Recruiter because that's our whole late game plan, but I think I'm very comfortable attacking with these. Even the +2/+2 doesn't allow this to trade. It does allow this to eat our dude, but it means Throbby's probably getting some value. So I think I'm going to go for this. The downside is a bit real, potentially. And we, again, don't have to use it if they don't lead us to blocks that we're interested in taking. The dark werewolves versus the humans and wolves. But we'll go for Tenacity if it turns out advantageous, and we'll just hold it up if it turns out it's not. We could also, again, just censor equip. Those are the obvious blocks, I suppose, but sure. Now, if they don't have a trick, we're kind of ahead. The suspense is killing me. Might be on Raisin. Okay. You did a thing. We still get to eat your dude and trample over and gain some life. It's not like the end of the world. That can attack next turn. So I think we probably want to flip things back and go for the giant werewolf plan. Like, our opponent's got a 5/5, but once we stack these on a dude, we've got something huge that can either trade with it or attack into it. I have not seen Might Beyond Raisin played effectively before. I could hit us for 10 here, but we've got kind of more than that coming back on him on board, right? 2, 4, 6, 8. I guess not more than 10. Somewhat less than 10, actually, but we'd win that race. Is there a chance they don't even want to attack? That's just crazy. Yep, there is a chance they don't even want to attack, which is fine. We can make a spirit, have a 3/3 flyer, and just jam it in. Okay, cool. We'll take the damage. Best tenacity ever? Probably not, but it's alright. Okay, throttle for our dude. That's a real thing. Land is not perfect. So if I equip on this, it's +2/+1 for each one. So it's a 2/1. It would become a 4/2. I mean, it's going to get huge, but it still just trades with that, which is kind of not ideal. I think we may have to start with flipping this because our plan may be to actually trade that for their stuff. So let's start with drawing a card, because I wouldn't mind having something to play here. That's not terrible. I have to equip here if we want to trade with that. Or I could equip onto the fox and trade the fox off. Yeah, that's probably fine. It puts us a little weak to removal, but it gives us... Oh, it doesn't get the extra +2. Yeah, I did that wrong. I was thinking it's +2, but it's not. So we made a 4/2. Which means we're probably going to end up taking another hit from this. I should have just made the damn spirit. But, oh well, lessons were learned, mistakes were made. Yep, we're taking a hit again. Travis is terrible at magic. I'd say we could draw a removal spell, except we kind of don't have any. That's not bad. But I do have to get this spirit going. Actually, let's just put this on the stupid fox so that we can trade it off for this. Yeah, I think I may have misplayed with that tenacity. Okay, wolf down. That's okay. It's not great, but it's okay. Alright, so they're hitting for 4. We can just trade that off and be kind of okay with it. Like, it means we're going to be taking more, but we can attack with this next turn. Because, like, our current plan is racing 4 for 3, and that's not going to end in our favor. So this would put us racing 1 for 2. That actually does seem better. So let's do that. I'm not excited about it, but the way our hand has worked out, all we can really do is move this and attack, and then plan on blocking somehow. We'll move it back. All gods don't have a thing. You have a thing. Why would you have a thing? That's so bad. They had the thing. Ah, they had a thing. Why would you have a thing? Look at our true faith. This fox is very faithful. Now, I don't know what it says. But yeah, I think I blurped with that tenacity. Because I probably have to make this trade here. I'm not thrilled about it, but we're putting ourselves drawing dead. The reason I'm saying trade for it is if they've got any way to get a land in the graveyard, they've got Instill Delirium, and this is also a 5/5. So we wanted to trade this with a 5/5. That's exactly what we're doing now. Also, if we draw the dude who exiles a thing, the missionaries, we can get right back in this. Silver Strike's not a bad draw. We're still taking 5 this turn cycle, but we do at least get to kill the werewolf with a Silver Strike. I mean, how perfect is that? Any creature we draw is an insta-threat. Even Town Gossip Monger. Probably still have to trade it for that if they attack, but... Oh, they're not even attacking. I like it. Because they're going to make their dude bigger. Alright. Hey, what's up? I think this actually gives us a way to win. Because we can still flip this and activate, and then we're taking 4 and they're taking potentially 11. If they don't block, we don't do anything here, we just pass. But if they do, we can basically nom any of their stuff. Because we can pump this to a 7 power double striker. That would basically chump down their board, so that they're kind of stuck chump blocking. Veteran Cathar is doing the Lord's work here. With the block rockin' beats. Come on, come on. Block it, don't block it. Town Gossipmonger don't care. Alright, they're going to make me go for it. Which means they probably have something, but if they don't, boy howdy, do we got something for you. Oh, they figured it out. And it's just as good at blocking. Again, I could have hit him for a lot of damage there. I'd rather make the board state worse for them next turn, because we can flip this end of turn. We already want to attack with it. And then we've got 2 pumps and double strike. So it'll be 6, 7, 8. I mean, it's attacking for almost lethal next turn. Expose Evil makes it relatively safe. If their blocks weren't good last turn, they're probably not now, but an end of turn Expose Evil could finish this. So double strike and then pump twice means the most we could get it to is not still lethal. I think that means we just do the thing. Alright, that's fine. That means we can probably kill them next turn. Especially if they don't have something here. I know you are evil. So we can try to go for the kill here. I'm scared of another aim high, so I don't think I go 100% for the kill. How high can I pump this? So there's the pump. It's still just doing 16, which leaves them at 2. It's probably stupid not to go for the kill here. Like, even in aim high, I can give this double strike and lose it to that. Yeah, I can't actually go for it. We've got to just go with the rabble. And just double striking it and passing is probably where I want to be, so I can threaten to double strike and block. That means they're chumping every turn from here. Sure, you can jump with it. All right, don't have to do anything there. The flyer may be better than Herman because I'll still have double strike up and I can use that token to get in front of this. If I need to, like I could double block this with the flyer and the token. If they like instant speed delirium somehow. I still think I've got game against that curse, but I guess we'll see. Yeah, all right. I'll do the thing. So I can't leave up Herman and double strike, but I think we still play it out. Like this gives them one last turn to do something, or I think they're just dead. There you go. Rabble, rabble. Veteran Cathar is the truth. All right, so now that we know we're up against black-green long game shenanigans, and they've got some good stuff. Like, I could bring this in for the curse. I'm not entirely sure that's what we want to be doing. They've got some kind of garbage, too. I don't know if I'm in love with the Gloom Widow. Like, we weren't really dying to flyers. We were dying to big werewolves. Tenacity's good. We've got some werewolves of our own. Silver Strike obviously is really good. The missionaries are really good. This lets us finish off a game. The Expose Evil is good. It's possible that we're just supposed to keep the deck the same as it was. The Gloom Widow not being able to block is a downside here. So I could almost see cutting that for the Militant Inquisitor here. It obviously gets better with the sensors, and it's pumpable with our Cathars. So I think I'm going to do that, and then there's a possibility when we're going on the draw that I want to side something like this in. We'll see. On the draw, I think I can keep this. It's a little risky. I would not keep it on the play, but it's got Zamanga. It kind of has to hit a green or a white 2-drop, but there's a lot of forests and a lot of white 2-drops in this deck. Well, that's also acceptable. Like this attacking for 1 isn't exactly what I want to do with it, but it's all right. Bob, 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 Bob the Builder. Bob, 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 Bob the Builder. And he took Bob to get the land. Those combos. All right. Our hand is doing a thing. Alright. We can handle all of these things. I don't think I want to flip that yet, as we're not the aggro player right now. We're still not, so I think we just pass and hold up strength of arms. That may be enough to let us survive something. Like, at least it was something we could play. Obviously, Forest is probably the best draw in the deck right now, but... Alright, I'm game. I hate using combat tricks defensively like this, but here we are. Here's why I hate using combat tricks defensively, because you can easily get 2 for 1. But... it's still sort of okay because they weren't able to do the thing with the stuff. Like, we're going to take 3 for a while, but we could stabilize. I'm not going to double trade with that. I may do it next turn. Well, here's the, do I want to just trade this guy with that? Like, what's our plan? Our plan is to draw green, stabilize with this, and flip it. I probably don't want to sit here and take damage. The upside is we could block this and trade with it next turn, but either way it leaves them with a 3-power attacker, and we've got stuff in our hand that can deal with that. We just need to be able to cast it. Okay, there's a start. So we can play Missionaries to hold back this, or we can play Hermit, except that it can just block this. We take 6, which sucks, and then maybe we can untap and flip it and stabilize. Although not casting a spell isn't really a great option for us. Yeah, I think what we need to do then is cast the Missionaries, use that to either eat this or something. If we draw our equipment, great. If we draw another land, we can play the Recruiter and the Hermit and make some trades that don't necessarily look good for us, but are better than just dying. Like, we don't beat a lot of removal spells this way, but we do keep, and we don't beat many combat tricks either, but we got to do something here. Like, 2 spells here isn't bad. That's not quite the droid we were looking for. Alright, alright. Some games of Magic are decided based off of who draws the right number of lands. So what actually happens here? They attack, we block, we take 9. I don't really see a way we win that game, but I'm not going to scoop him up. Like, him knowing we have a Herman isn't really a big deal. And with tenacity, all things are possible. Well, that can't even attack. How is that a problem? We're just off being able to do anything here. So at 2, everything's lethal. We could pass in tenacity. What does that look like? It means we'd be gaining 4, 5, 6. So we could eat that, chump this. We gain 6. We still take 4. Yeah, we're still dead. Right? Because us flipping this dude, I mean, maybe he doesn't attack with everything, but I can't imagine he doesn't. We may as well look, and then we'll decide if casting the tenacity even does anything. He knows we have it in the deck. So like I'm gaining 4, 5, 6. All right, so we block the biggest things, which are these two, and then we're taking 6, 7, 8, which is exactly lethal. So there's really no reason to do anything here because we just lose. So sure, let's eat a vampire. All right. So I think I still like our plan. I had mentioned maybe bringing this in when we're on the play, just so we have something to give us inevitability, but I kind of don't think we need it. I think the True Faith sensors are our plan for inevitability, or the Cathars if we flood out. I like Ethereal Guidance a little bit, but I kind of just want to run this on the play and, you know, hit land drops, that sort of things of that nature. Here's another one that's a little similar to the last keep. It's rougher because it's on the play, but we've got more white sources. I'm going to keep it again because if we draw lands, this hand is great. We can get the Cathar down, we can equip it, we can have potentially a 4-3 attacking double strike. So I think you keep this, and I think if it draws like 2 planes, we probably just win the game. If we don't, we probably just lose, but like even 1 planes is great here. I'll take it. I'm happy about a land. Can we get planes? No? All right, all right. All right. Top card in the library is a plains. I know it. I believe this to be true. That is just what's happening. It's not a plains. So this makes our guy a 4-3, which trades with that. I don't like it. I don't want to trade it. I don't want to take 3 either, but here we are. Meh. We built our own Borderland Minotaur. Like, we're going to need this to trade for something bigger if we want this to work. So what are our options here? We've actually got a couple. We can attack and get in for 4. That seems pretty good. After we've done that, we can cast the Inspector to draw some cards. I kind of don't want to run out the Missionaries until I have 6 mana, because I got a feeling... I mean, I guess we can just attack with this and see what they do. Yeah, we could just leave it back and hold up Silver Strike. That seems really bad. Because if they attack in and make me pump, and then they've got like the thing that does this stuff, I think we're pretty unhappy with that. But I want to be able to offer something that can trade with his dudes, so that probably means we just play the Fox this turn. Like, I don't mind trading the Fox for that. And if he's got a throttle, I'd rather use him use it here than on the Missionaries. Veteran Cathar has really impressed me. Dead Weggett. Okay. I think we still take the 6. Like, we can hit them back for 8. That's not unreasonable. Gosh, we could also Strength of Arms them. Which I might just do if they've got a name high here. So I could double strike it down. If I Strength of Arms instead, my guy still dies. I get a 1-1, and then I can move this over to the 1-1. I think if these are going to trade, it's actually better to do it this way. which seems a bit counterintuitive, but it leaves us with something that can trade for the vampire novel. Like we built our own 3/2. That way we're at least not taking damage on the crackback. I may not have a choice but to run out the missionaries here shortly, but knowing that they have a throttle makes me a little leery about doing it. Alright, so we're playing something next turn. It probably just needs to be the missionary. I could pass and silver strike that guy. They've got one card left. Let's say that their last card... Well, they've also got 2 cards here. Like, they can draw any number of things. I need to be able to deal with this. Also need to draw some cards. I think it may just be Thraben Inspector. Pop the clue now. And see if we can hit another land drop, which we didn't. Meh. This lets us potentially double block that. If that's a thing we want to do. They got a Duskwatch Recruiter. That is a prime target for our missionaries, so I think we'd probably have to run that out next turn. Things are not looking good for our hero. Again, we knew with both of these keeps that we were a little weak to not hitting land drops, and I think that's one of the reasons why Vessel is so good in this format. Like, you can sneak it in there, you know, when you've got an extra green mana, and then use it to either hit land drops or action. Like, either way, you're pretty happy. So what is our plan? Let's probably just trade this off for that and take 3. We may be able to get there through some combination of Sure Strike and Expose Evil. We're just going to need it to happen relatively quickly. That does let us get a wolf in play and equip this guy. Or get a wolf in play and expose some evil. What happens if I just play the missionaries? It does let us deal with this quickly. I'm just so crimped on mana. I'm not sure how much time I have to do it. Maybe if I get it here, like I've been worried about a throttle all game. If that's their last card, we're just committing to losing. Let's say I play it here and they attack. I can block that. We die to a combat trick. I can chump this. And then next turn we equip and use Expose Evil. And then after we've done that, we can leverage the Silver Strike to get back in it. I think this is my play to survive this game. I also think I may have been too cautious on playing the missionaries, but like if these were lands, I think we're still doing pretty well. Since they're not, I think we're kind of screwed. Let's see what they've got. What's in your hand? String or nothing? It's probably not string. Alright. Do we go for the chomp? Are you ever going to do more than gain 3 life? Probably not. All right, we've got to be exposing some evil here. So clearly we're equipping this. It gives us a nice blocker. We exile this, we expose evil these two, and then we can try to come back from this and leverage a Sure Strike for that Hound. Yeah, I'd like to use that ability. Seems good to me. Oh, that accursed witch. Alright, so we need Sure Strike up to deal with this guy. I can't really trade that. I have to cast 2 spells and leave all this mana up. This doesn't strike me as particularly doable. Especially with that witch. So I think we're just dead. I think we're in fact very dead. Can play the Quilled Wolf. Double block this guy. Sure Strike that guy. That puts us at 1. And kind of dead to anything. But kind of dead to anything is not dead to everything. Like, I guess I could flip this back, but we're still got to deal with the Hound. And we still got to deal with this idiot. And we don't have a way to gain life. And we don't really have a way to race him. So, are there any lines that win this for me? What if I attack? They just double block it easily. And I don't have a combat trick to get us through it. If I flip it back, I don't have enough blockers for everything. Yeah, I think this is the line. It's not a very good one. It encourages them to attack with their team. Which maybe starts to do something. But I think that Accursed Witch is going to end up costing us here. We also have a Tenacity in the deck, which could do something. So the blocks I was thinking about are double block this and boink that, which would put us going to 1. Which I think Tenacity is probably the only draw we've got that gets us out of it, because we could gain 7. So I guess that's just what we're doing. The other option would be to chump that and block this and kill that, which leaves us at the same life total. But we're basically out of time. So there are no more decisions to be made. We died to, I think, anything. But again, dead to anything is not dead to everything. Might have no things. Tenacity, so we can keep playing Magic. That is a Delirium Horse that can get through our thing without Tenacity. And that just gives them their deuter back. Now this is at our upkeep. Yeah, so we can't kill this. We have to chump block it, and we don't have anything that can do that in our hand, so I guess we take 1 draw for Tenacity and whiff, which is unfortunate. Because we're dead on our upkeep. I don't like that. All they have to do is suicide in the witch. Well, I guess they can suicide in everything. But we're still just dead. Oh, well, perhaps next time we can win the game. That was close, and I'm not entirely convinced that there weren't some mistakes there. I tell you what, if we'd had a fourth cup of coffee, I'm pretty sure we'd have made it. Because that's really what we needed here, was just more coffee. But I'm fine dying to a cursed witch. All right. Well, that still ends us up with not really any rares we can sell, but still 4 packs and a QP. That's not terrible. Not as good as winning, but we'll take it. I appreciate you guys and gals tuning in. Thanks for watching us here at SeemsGoodMagic.com. Also, do remember to come check out the stream. It's at twitch.tv/Simulin, where you can see antics like this live and interact in chat. And if that's not your speed, again, there are hours and hours of archived videos of me doing basically every format you can imagine that is limited. So I will look for you on the stream, and I'll see you next week here at Seems Good Magic. Have a good one, my friends.